Right now at 5, a bridge scare in Holmen, part of a dump truck getting stuck. We're live on the scene. Plus, in under an hour, La Crosse County's pot fine could dramatically change.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Emily is off tonight. We start with that dump truck scare on Highway 53 in Holmen. News 8 Now's Brooklyn Hein is live with the latest. What do we know, Brooklyn?
I'm here right next to Highway 53, where the lane heading towards Holmen is still closed due to that dump truck that crashed into the bridge earlier this afternoon, but the scene is just about now cleaned up. The truck was heading towards Holmen when it struck the bridge just before 1:45 p.m. Witnesses say the truck's box was still raised at the time of the impact.
Well, we actually saw it going down the road with the bucket up, and then a short mile after that, bang, really loud. And my husband goes, oh, he hit the bridge.
Crews worked for nearly 2 hours to remove the truck bed, finally freeing it at around 3:30 p.m. The bridge remained open throughout the cleanup. The area is mostly cleaned up right now, and crews are working to get that lane reopened. We will provide updates as they come. Reporting in Holmen, Brooklyn Hein, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Brooklyn. The city of Viroqua is facing a budget crunch, and a possible cost-cutting move has people talking. News 8 Now's Allison Fergit joins us in the newsroom tonight. Allison.
The city might cut a police department dispatcher. While that could lead to more work for other offices, the city says its options are limited.
The budgeting process right now has been challenging. We've seen just this record inflation happening year after year, which has driven costs with everything up.
It's budget season for local municipalities, and in Viroqua, officials are looking to increase wages for city employees. That's to stay competitive with surrounding areas. But that means other budget items have to be cut.
It's been a hard thing for a lot of our departments to work through.
One proposal that's turning heads, cutting the police department's second shift dispatcher.
It would be a cut that wouldn't be catastrophic to the department.
On top of dispatching duties, the position also serves as an administrative assistant for the department.
It will cut some service availability to the public in terms of like the DMV window, which we have at our police department, and being able to stop in after hours and do kind of business, pay parking tickets, that sort of thing.
Overall, phasing out the position will save the city around $50,000, and Mayor Running believes city police will still be able to provide high-quality service.
From an emergency standpoint, the community will not feel an impact.
That's partially because the sheriff's office is already responsible for dispatching 911 calls. But Sheriff Roy Torgerson says losing that police department dispatcher will mean more work for his team.
The citizens are going to be served. However, there could be some delays on the phone.
But Running says tough decisions need to be made. And until changes are made to state levy limits, he says other municipalities could face similar budget talks.
I don't think this is the only city where we're going to really having to take a hard look at how can we make sure that services are being offered that need to be offered, but still stay financially viable.
Even with the position cut, the Viroqua Police Department will still see a $40,000 increase to their budget. And we did reach out to the police department for a comment. They have not responded yet. Reporting in the newsroom, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Allison. A News 8 update. In about an hour, the La Crosse County Board will vote to change the fine for minor pot possession. If approved, the fine for possessing 25 grams or less would be $1. Currently, the fine is $200 after fees.
Yeah, overall, we definitely had cloud cover today. Once again, some showers come through even this evening, but we got some breaks in the cloud cover right now going on, and it's starting to get a little warmer, and that's just going to be the trend going forward as we go throughout the next day. Overall, here's your picture right now. Most of the precipitation has been to the north and the east of the area right now. We've had a little bit of light precipitation. You can see that Trempealeau over to Little Falls. The Warrens little camera up there is still indicating along the interstate. You're still getting a pretty good light rain there with wet road conditions. Further north, a lot of it has pushed east or south of Eau Claire. Ladysmith's also received a little bit of activity, so off and on showers, but not steady light rain. Then as we go towards the Lansing Bridge, this is the area, and I've showed the temperatures down here, where they haven't seen the rain and actually some sunshine. And look at the temperatures getting up to the mid to upper 60s. Some of these areas might actually finish off as we get to the 70s. So later on, we'll kind of break down Friday, which is warm and breezy, and then how much our temperatures will fall later this weekend, too. That all coming up a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Amplify Health by Gunderson is sharing its love for science today. today with students at State Road Elementary. Medical residents and faculty spoke about careers in healthcare and taught classes about the human body while giving tips on eating healthy and injury prevention.
When I was in 4th grade, I had a couple of medical students come to my school and they showed us the human brain. And I got really excited about the human brain and ended up going into neuroscience for my undergrad and decided to become a doctor. And that was one of the events that really inspired me to do so.
Students also participated in simulations of medical procedures. Eau Claire is breaking ground on a much-needed new hospital. News 8 Now's Seth Padilla reports.
Ground was broken here in Eau Claire with this very shovel on a brand new rehabilitation hospital set to open in late 2026. The new Clear Sky Rehabilitation Hospital had its ceremony with excitement. The over $30 million facility will service over 650 patients annually. It will feature private rooms with private bathrooms, a rehabilitation gym, courtyard, and a dedicated chef. This all comes at a time where hospitals have been closing all around Wisconsin and will help a community that desperately needs it.
In January of, last year, so 2024, we got a sudden notice that Sacred Heart Hospital was closing in Eau Claire, and then we also were losing St. Joe's up in Chippewa. So within a day, we found out a huge, people lost their doctors, they lost their jobs, they lost their counselors. It was a big devastation for our community.
The facility will add 78 full-time jobs and over 30 part-time jobs. This rehabilitation center is set to help people who have suffered things like stroke, brain injuries, or have Parkinson's. In Eau Claire, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now.
Developing news in the governor's race, Ben Wickler will not be running. The former Democratic Party chair made the news today. In a statement, he said, quote, "Our goal must be not just to win the governor's race, but also to flip the state assembly and state Senate majorities." A possible bill in Wisconsin targets dangerous drivers with a unique punishment. News 8 Now's Grace Monk has a closer look.
State lawmakers passed a bill that would allow police to tow cars after issuing citations for reckless driving, even if it's your first offense. Current law allows police to tow reckless drivers' cars if the driver owns the vehicle and is a repeat offender. The new bill would allow them to tow any car, even if it's the driver's first offense. A representative who led the bill hopes that it will encourage people to drive safe.
They would have to pay the fine, any outstanding fines that they may have, and also would have to pay the costs of the towing and any storage fees that are incurred.
Fees will most likely be determined by municipalities that choose to adopt the law. If the car was stolen, the owner will be contacted and fees will be waived. The bill will need approval from Governor Evers before it can take effect. Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
State lawmakers want to make college more affordable. State Senator Brad Pfaff and State Representative Jill Billings were at UW-La Crosse today. They were promoting legislation to make college cheaper.
The legislation that we've introduced provides tax fairness for those that don't have access to paying for higher education on the front end, for those that have to take out debt.
A report says Wisconsin is 46th in the nation when it comes to college affordability. Still to come, a call and now a face-to-face meeting. President Trump and Vladimir Putin ready to talk Ukraine peace again. Plus, Diane Keaton's cause of death revealed after her sudden passing.
Starting tomorrow at 5 a.m., a major meeting at the White House tied to Russia, plus tips and tricks to keep those fall pounds down and why things will be a little spooky in La Crosse tomorrow. We'll see you at 5 a.m.
Hi, my name's Levi, and this is Maxwell White Water Conditioning Tip 79. Chlorine in city water can cause dry skin and bad taste or odor. If you notice these issues, call us today at 608-781-8088.
Stock up this month with the Holman Locker and Meat Market's 10-pound sale. Save on pork loin roast, ground beef, chicken breast, and chuck roast. Please call to order. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
Fall is here, and it's the perfect time to make your home ready for the season. At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, you can take advantage of big savings during our fall home sale going on now. Save on styles you love at prices you don't want to miss. The best deals, the comfort you deserve, and the savings you've been waiting for. Make this fall unforgettable. Shop the fall home sale only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Family owned for 100 years.
When you come into the EPSA program, this is a group of people who have that desire, that passion to help and develop people's lives and help them get ready to not be just job seekers, but be job ready.
From generation to generation, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for Midwest families. And this year, we're kicking off our store-wide celebration this Saturday at 7 a.m. Find unbeatable Toyland deals like this Melissa and Doug stamp set, half price. Be one of the first 100 people in store on Saturday to get this free Blaine's 70th anniversary toy truck. Plus, new this year from 3 to 5 p.m., bring the kids in costume for indoor trick-or-treating and more. Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland store-wide celebration, starting Saturday at 7 a.m.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Now's the time to stock up with our fall bundle. Call and order yours today. Eat healthy, shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Hi, my name is Levi, and this is Maxwell White Water Conditioning Tip 48. Hard water causes scale buildup, dry skin, and stained laundry. If you see these signs, call us at 608-781-8088.
Well, breaking news in the Russia-Ukraine war, President Trump says that he and Russian President Vladimir Putin will meet in Budapest, Hungary, but no word on when. The meeting will focus on ending Russia's war in Ukraine. The move coming a day before Volodymyr Zelensky is set to meet with Trump at the White House tomorrow. Day 15 of the shutdown showdown. Republicans rolled out a new tactic to try to, at the very least, fund parts of the government during the shutdown. It's the first new spending measure to come to the floor since the shutdown began more than 2 weeks ago. Erica Brown has more details from the White House.
The Senate took a procedural vote on a bill that would fund the Pentagon and pay U.S. service members during the shutdown, but failed to get the votes needed to move forward with the legislation.
The motion is not agreed to.
Earlier Thursday, lawmakers tried for a 10th time to advance a Republican short-term spending bill to end the shutdown.
It would take just a handful of Democrats to reopen the government.
Senate Republicans continue to do the same exact thing and expect different results. That's the classic definition of legislative insanity.
Democrats insist any deal must include an extension of Affordable Care Act tax credits, but say Republicans are refusing to negotiate.
Leader Thune has not come to me with any proposal at this point.
Republicans say reopening the government should come first.
We're not conducting negotiations in a hostage situation.
Now, President Trump has said he plans to use the shutdown to slash the size of government by firing thousands of government workers. But a legal challenge from employee unions has put those plans on hold. Federal Judge Susan Ilston issued a temporary restraining order Wednesday, writing, "It is also far from normal for an administration to fire line-level civilian employees during a government shutdown as a way to punish the opposing political party. But this is precisely what President Trump has announced he is doing."
This is another far-left partisan judge who was smacked down by the Supreme Court in July for ruling on this exact same thing.
Unions representing federal workers who filed suit called the layoff plans unprecedented and unlawful. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Actress Diane Keaton's cause of death revealed after her shocking passing. According to People magazine, she died of pneumonia. Paramedics responded to a call to Keaton's Brentwood home last Saturday, and she later died at the hospital. Keaton's films include The Godfather and her Oscar-winning role in Annie Hall. Keaton was 79 years old. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be warm and breezy the end of the week, and that means 70s are back and a little humid for October, but we'll quickly change conditions as we go throughout the weekend. So we'll time out the precipitation and show you what the temperatures will be like. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
I'm exhausted. Shopping for a mattress is just so confusing.
Sounds like mattress shopophobia. At Slumberland, our sleep counselors are here to help you find the best mattress without any pressure.
But awesome pressure relief.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down
almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
There's a significant discrepancy between the population of Wisconsin and where physicians practice.
And that's a problem the UW-Madison is working hard to fix, specifically with the Wisconsin Academy for Rural Medicine. Rural communities have unique challenges.
And we've tailored our training to produce knowledgeable, passionate physicians to practice in those rural areas.
One doctor in a community that hasn't had one can make a huge impact.
One Wisconsin.
On Wisconsin.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all Silverado 1500 models.
Visit HometownChevy.com.
We see you out there, making your own kind of magic.
Oh my goodness!
From the unique gifts you give to the one-of-a-kind ways you celebrate. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we help you put your plans into action with great prices on top brands, so you can give the best presents without breaking the bank.
It's Mom!
And bring a little more joy to your world.
He's so cute.
Best Christmas ever?
Yeah. Definitely.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
Is your relationship suffering from nagging bed aches? Try the Sealy Posturepedic. Can you feel the support? That's the Precision Fit coils. They flex to your body, supporting you where you need it most. Stop stressing, start sleeping with Slumberland's 365-night sleep guarantee.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Fall colors around La Crosse are running late this year. Unusually warm and dry weather is delaying the region's peak fall color display. Adam Schneider is a biology professor at UWL. He says the peak will likely arrive in a week or two. That's slightly later than usual. La Crosse County typically hits its peak in mid-October.
Later in September, early October, we had a lot of warm, almost summer-like weather. And so that was not good for inducing the fall foliage. So we're seeing things start a little bit later this year.
Schneider says any cooler temperatures and rain this month could still enhance the colors. I was up by Grandad Bluff this afternoon on a little bit of a hike, and those colors are there, just not in full peak right now, Greg.
Yeah, it's definitely picked up in the last week. You noticed that too. And we had some early color in September because we had that little bit of a cool snap there too. And then we warmed up, as he mentioned too. Overall, if you look at this, we are probably about a week away. I would say right now the peak is just to the north. Black River Falls probably further north. Past the peak, farther northern Wisconsin and Minnesota. Now we do have some wind coming the next couple days. That kind of lessens effect if you're near the peak too. So something to keep in mind of. But like I said, we got about next week to go through to get to peak, so we're getting there. Overall, for this evening, there's going to be some breaks in the clouds. That's the good news. A few showers still persist across some of the areas, but very light rain amounts would be expected. But as you notice, further south and west you go, it's clear. And the winds start picking up overnight, but the cloud cover won't completely go away. As you notice to the west, there's your cold front well west. It starts to bring some precipitation, but by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, notice the winds out of the south. We're going to wake up to a little bit of sunshine, too, for some areas. Not going to see a lot of it. Cloud cover will quickly come back in. And as we go throughout tomorrow, the big question is when that cold front gets closer, when we see those showers in the afternoon. And as right now, I think we're going to be pretty good all the way to about noon. We'll start seeing a little bit development. But notice north and west, we don't see much development until it's kind of getting towards the pass. So we'll clear northward. The chance of showers tomorrow is less likely as you go than we've expected probably yesterday. Towards the evening, towards the afternoon, here's the development of it. The cold front is still to the west of it towards Minneapolis, but here you'll start seeing a little bit of shower activity, maybe a storm, but notice where the cutoff line is. That's where we're going to see it. Now further on, after going to later in the evening, if you're north of La Crosse, the evening's probably going to be fine. We actually have some clearing skies going on. South La Crosse, that front's going to get close, and I think we'll see another line of showers and thunderstorms developing towards late 10, 11 p.m. You'll start seeing it kind of get close to the area, but it's just going to be south of La Crosse. So southwest Wisconsin, northeast Iowa, that'll have to pertain for Friday night. But for the most part, the rest of Friday night is actually looking quiet, too, as the winds begin to turn around. So the good news is we have precipitation for Friday, but not everyone's going to see it. And going into Saturday, we're going to actually start off fairly nice, too. but then we're going to have more activity later. So temperatures tomorrow, look at mid to upper 70s, and further south and west, you might hit 80. And the humidity is going to be a little high for October, so it's definitely going to feel more like maybe early September-like conditions than the middle of October. As we go into Saturday, too, we have still mild conditions, but a little bit cooler, more 70s, upper 60s. All in all, still fairly nice. The wind turns around, so we won't see much wind. We do have another system that's going to come right and produce more precipitation Saturday night. The evening looks good, but notice it comes out of the west. You see the winds turn around from the northwest. Here's the precipitation that will come through the area. So we're looking at mainly after 9 p.m. that'll come through overnight. So overall rain amounts throughout the whole event, all the way to Saturday. As you look at here, not that much precipitation going on, but we still could see some. So Saturday night, something to keep in mind of. I think the evening looks good, probably overnight more rain. This is where we get back to where we should be Sunday, along with breezy conditions. So that's going to be the story going through the weekend. Saturday, okay, but Sunday we're back to where we should be. And for next week, minus Monday, which is a little bit mild in 67, the rest of the week is looking pretty seasonal, really. Mid to upper 50s, minus the wind that'll be on Tuesday, too. So Friday football, it depends on location right now. It's not looking too bad for most locations, but there could be some showers to contend with.
All right, good to know. Thanks, Greg. Up next, the best story of the day. Pope Leo doing a little trash talking.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 5.9% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. That's over $4,000 in average finance savings.
To everyone who believes in Midwest magic, you'll always find it here at Culver's. Not that kind of magic.
Midwest magic turns fresh, never frozen beef into a juicy butter burger and transforms farm fresh dairy into the creamiest custard you've ever had. Ta-da! But it's not just what we serve, it's how we serve it.
With a warm welcome and a little extra love.
Love. Love in every bite.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Yeah.
Get big fall savings at Menards. All prices after 11% rebate. Weatherize with RV and marine antifreeze, just $3.99 a gallon. Clean up with 24-ounce toilet bowl cleaner, only $1.49. A 75-count pack of disinfectant wipes, just $2.22. Plus an 8-pack of pork chops is only $10.99. Hurry, these great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Save big at Hy-Vee, Friday through Sunday. Hy-Vee chicken breasts, just $2.48 a pound. Cosmic Crisp, Fuji, Granny Smith, or Gala apples, just 99 cents a pound. Avocados, 67 cents each. Brew Pub Pizza, just $4.99. Plus, get great deals on Cheez-Its, Doritos, Johnsonville smoked sausage, Coke 6-packs, and more. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
I guess the Brewers' playoff push is big news at the Vatican because Pope Leo was caught on camera trolling a Cubs fan. During a parade, a person yelled out, "Go Cubs," and the Pope quickly responded saying, "Han perdido," which means they lost. And the Cubs' postseason journey ended in a 3-2 series loss to those Brewers in the divisional series. This doesn't necessarily mean he's a Brewers fan now. Remember, grew up in the south side of Chicago, so that's White Sox love and Cubs hate right there. Although it's the Pope, I guess he can't really hate the Cubs. We'll have another look at tonight's forecast right after this.
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country, including windows and doors. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable fiberglass construction that provides up to 4 times the insulation value of wood. When it comes time for new windows or doors, trust America's exterior remodeler. Trust Window World.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Right now, US Cellular makes it easy to switch and to get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's tooth fairy time.
Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
The Medicare annual enrollment period runs from October 15th to December 7th. With so many choices, it can be overwhelming. At Strive Medicare, we cut through the confusion, helping you find the plan that's right for you. We're your local Medigap insurance advisors right here in the Social Security building in downtown La Crosse, and ready to answer the questions face-to-face or over the phone. Don't go it alone this annual enrollment season. Call or visit Strive Medicare today.
From generation to generation, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for Midwest families. And this year, we're kicking off our store-wide celebration this Saturday at 7 a.m. Find unbeatable Toyland deals, like select Lego sets for $7.99. Be one of the first 100 people in store on Saturday to get this free Blaine's 70th anniversary toy truck. Plus, new this year from 3 to 5 p.m., bring the kids in costume for indoor trick-or-treating and more. Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland store-wide celebration, starting Saturday at 7 a.m.
All right, these are lows tonight, not the highs. Actually, it's a little bit above average highs. So it's going to be a warm start to your Friday. Upper 50s, low 60s. The winds will start picking up. And tomorrow, a lot of 70s. In fact, some areas further south and west where they won't have as much clouds, potentially 82. Wow. And humidity levels, dew points could be upper 50s, so quite almost humid. Now, we will cool off, but not really till Sunday because we have showers and a few storms maybe Friday night, another round Saturday, and then more October-like conditions on Sunday finally.
Okay, so those 70s after the next 2 days, possibly done?
For the season, could be.
All right, fall's on the way. Yeah. Thank you, Greg, and thank you all for joining us at 5. We'll see you right back here at 6.